My name is Helen Kendrick Johnson, and I was born January 4th, 1844, in Hamilton, New York, to Father Ashel Clark Kendrick and Mother Anne Elizabeth Kendrick. My mother died in 1851 after the birth of my third sister. After the death of my mother at the age of 7, I spent much of my childhood living with my aunt in Clinton, New York, until 1860 when I spent time in Savannah, Georgia with my father's brothers, leaving in 1861 due to the outbreak of the American Civil War. I married Rosaterra Johnson in 1869, and I am a woman whose childhood losses of my mother and the lack of an idyllic family life, and later the losses of my children, shaped my political position as an anti suffragist. I was one of the anti suffragists who vigorously campaigned against the 19th Amendment. In 1897, I wrote what is often considered the best summary of the arguments against women's suffrage, called Women in the Republic, in which I argued that women didn't need to vote to establish more legal, economic, and other equality, and that women's role in the domestic sphere was essential for maintenance of the American Republic. I will admit to being openly critical of the writings of Elizabeth Cady Stanton and her work, The Women's Bible, linking it to radicalism and socialism. Both me and my husband were extremely active in the anti-suffrage movement. During my time as an anti-suffragette activist, I addressed several legislative committees in Albany and Washington, and wrote many newspaper articles and pamphlets on the subject. Before finishing my book, I had done months of research on the suffragist arguments to validate my points and to prove that the suffragists looked past moral, legal, and social matters. I honestly believed that suffragists completely ignored everything a woman should be. My husband argues that not giving women the right to vote would keep them pure. Women were looked upon as the gentler sex, and that letting them own property would lead to taxation and tainting woman's innocent name. My husband also thought letting women vote would be a waste. According to him, there would be more than enough useless votes already, and to include women in the constituency would only increase their numbers.